Nitish is an active member of our school and is enrolled at 10 Georgia Tech this upcoming fall semester. Yes, Nitish, if you want to make your way up to this side of the stage. Already having spent some of his time at Marquette University taking college courses while still a student in our Youth Options program, Nitish also served on the National Honor Society, the Academic Decathlon, FIRST Robotics, and as a student representative on our school board. As a member of our soccer and tennis team as well. During his time at Eisenhower, Nitish has earned praise from his teachers. Mr. Schrader tells us that Nitish is one of those students that you know will make a difference. And Mrs. Wera said that Nitish uses his skills to help others to improve himself. His teachers describe him as intelligent, determined, earnest, forward-thinking, and altruistic. Mr. Restrepo summarized the teacher's thoughts when he stated that Nitish is a leader, and that one of the ways that Nitish distinguishes himself is that he's always the first to look for ways to serve others. For these reasons, and for many more, we invite Nitish Khatta to the stage to present his student speech this morning.
Thank you, Ms. Jones, for those kind words, and to all of my teachers. Esteemed faculty, staff, family, friends, Board of Education, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2015. I stand here honored and humbled to be addressing all of you as we celebrate the culmination of our high school educations. I'd first like to thank Mr. Buckley for keeping a promise he made to us a few weeks ago at our senior meeting. He gave us a personal guarantee that it wouldn't rain today and that we'd be having graduation outside, and even though the ground is wet and the sky is gloomy, we're outside, aren't we? Clearly, Mother Nature is no match for Eisenhower administration. We are gathered here today to commemorate not just 4 years, but 12 years of hard work and dedication. But this is not simply a celebration for us, the graduating class of 2015. This is a celebration for everyone who is involved in making us the students and people that we are today. I'd like to take a moment to do now what we high schoolers too often forget to do. No, I'm not talking about our homework. I'm talking about giving thanks and appreciating the people who have helped us to get this far. Being the teenagers that we are, we love to hate on administration. But when it's all said and done, they really do have our best interests in mind. And I'll admit, they have a pretty good sense of humor too. And after seeing the administrators break it down at prom and senior dinner dance, getting low when they need to and playing air guitar to Bohemian Rhapsody, I honestly think they might be the best dancers at Ike. Thank you, administration, for letting us have at least a little bit of fun. I couldn't possibly leave the school without also expressing my sincere gratitude for all the wonderful teachers I've had over my high school career at Eisenhower. As a naive freshman, I used to think that it didn't matter what kind of teacher you had as long as you worked hard to understand the material in the class. But I was sorely mistaken. I quickly realized that a good teacher can completely transform a class, breathing life into a subject that can often seem dull and uninspiring. I truly think we've been blessed with fantastic teachers, and we would not be where we are today without their continued support. Last, but certainly not least, the parents. Let's be honest, graduating seniors, we don't thank our parents nearly enough for all the hard work they've put into raising us for the past 18 years. I think Fareed Zakaria put it best in his commencement speech when he told a graduating class at Harvard that they wouldn't truly understand how much their parents love them until they have children of their own. And I agree. I don't think we can even begin to comprehend how much our parents love us and how supportive of us they've been over our entire lives. I'd especially like to thank my parents. Mom, Dad, I love you, and even though I'll be in Atlanta in less than 2 months, I'll be sure to try and call home every day so it'll be like I'm not even leaving home. I said earlier that we wouldn't be here without the support from my teachers. Well, we literally wouldn't be here if it weren't for our parents, all of whom have played instrumental roles in playing and raising us to be the people we are today. Thank you, parents. So when I began writing a speech, I figured I should take some time to talk about what New Berlin and Eisenhower represent. So I consulted my most trusted resource, Urban Dictionary, and did some digging. Here's what I found for a definition of this great city. New Berlin, a suburb outside of Milwaukee for people who can't afford to live in Brookfield. Kind of disheartening, to say the least, but I mean, we do have the #1 rated public high school in the state, so who's a real winner? This brings me to Eisenhower. Nobody will try to convince you that our school is physically attractive. I mean, just look at it. Multiple times I've been driving past Eisenhower with an out-of-town friend, and he turns and asks, "Hey Tish, is that a prison?" And I say, "Nah, that's just my high school." But as cliche as it might sound, it really is what's on the inside that counts. All of us students, combined with our excellent teachers, are what make Eisenhower a remarkable high school. I am honored to be part of such an outstanding group of people, and I will sorely miss the many memories we've made over our high school careers. Now, I've learned a lot from my teachers during my secondary education, such as what the mitochondria does, or how to do a definite integral. But by far the most important lesson I've learned has come from all of you. We are part of an incredible class, a group of #D1 bound varsity athletes, award-winning actors, brilliant writers and artists, and talented musicians and scholars. Everyone, regardless of how well they've done in school, has something they are good at, something they're passionate about, something they can contribute. The most humbling, yet most categorically true realization I've made in all of high school is that everyone around you is better than you at something. And, by the same token, each of you has a special set of skills, talents, and passions that gives you a unique perspective. This passion has already manifested itself in a number of accomplishments, and I can't wait to see what lies in the future for our graduating class. But speaking about the future, just thinking about it makes my head spin. And I know I'm not the only one who feels that way. After working tirelessly for 12 years in school, we've finally reached the end. Well, now what? When I was a kid, playing lightning at recess and being too shy to talk to girls, I figured that by the time high school graduation rolled around, I'd have everything planned out. I'd know exactly what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. But to be honest, I woke up today with more questions than answers, and I'm sure many of you feel the same way. You have a general idea of how you may, or what you may or may not want to do with your life, but are unsure of exactly how it's all going to pan out. And that's understandable. As I'm sure any of the parents out there will agree with, it seems as if we've all grown up way too fast. Not too long ago, we were slurping slushies at Six Flags on our 8th grade field trip, excited to be making the transition to high school. And it seems like just a few days ago, we were young enough to have to ask our teachers to get up and go to the bathroom. Scratch that, it was just a few days ago that we had to ask to get up and go to the bathroom. How can we be expected to know what we want to do for the rest of our lives? It's certainly a daunting prospect. Now, I'm not going to stand up here and pretend like I have all the answers because I'm still trying to figure out my own life. But I think I found a pretty good way to at least get a little closer to finding those answers. To present this idea, let's take a short trip back in time to kindergarten. Back then, life was pretty good. We had recess, nap time, birthday treats, nap time, line leaders, and most importantly, you guessed it, nap time. When the teacher asked what the kids wanted to be when they grew up, you heard answers like, a firefighter, because I love helping people, or an artist, because I want to paint, or a quarterback of the Packers, because I love football. For me, the answer was simple. I wanted to create an Iron Man suit. And play soccer for the U.S. national team and race cars and own my own private jet, but first and foremost was the Iron Man suit. We all had this childish innocence and passion for things that people who knew better told us were unrealistic. As time went by, we gradually lost touch with our childhood dreams. We were shaped by society and the adults around us to adopt more realistic goals, such as being a lawyer, a doctor, an accountant, or an engineer. Not that these are bad professions by any means, but they weren't what we always wanted, and we, as teenagers, started to regard our earliest goals as foolish. By all means, this is not a message to abandon your current goals that you have already worked hard towards. This is simply a reminder to never let go of that childhood energy and passion, and to not let the fear of the unknown or what others say keep you from going after your dreams. As Kevin G. from Mean Girls once said, don't let the haters stop you from doing your thing. No matter what, at some point in your lives, you will encounter people and circumstances that will act as metaphorical ceilings which will prevent you from accomplishing your goals. But unlike at Eisenhower, there won't always be people there to remove the ceilings for you. Literally. It'll be up to you to draw upon your own inner strength and your understanding of why you are there in the first place that will enable you to overcome the obstacles that lie in your path. I think what I'm trying to say can be captured best by Steve Jobs' eloquent words. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living somebody else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. As you begin the next stage of your life, whether it's starting college in the fall, entering the workplace, or finally getting around to dropping your fire mixtape, listen to that inner voice. When you're at a crossroads in your life and you're not sure what to do, ask your 5-year-old selves, what do you think I should do? Maybe, just maybe, that will be the key to unlocking your answer. Dare to be different and try, or should I say, tie-dye, the fabric of your life with a spirit of freedom and expression that is uniquely you. Don't lose sight of the goals you've set for yourself in your head, but never forget to also follow your heart, as childish as it may seem. Congratulations once again to the class of 2015. It's been an unforgettable 4 years, and I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you.